What's up, YouTube? This is Sea-Dog, and I'm back. And I first want to apologize. I haven't been online for the last few days, but I've actually been busting my ass trying to get these toys together because this lady I know wants me to get a list down, and a video list, no less, which means I have to do it all in one shot, and it's proving to be very difficult. However, I am getting it done. So I've been doing that the last few days. And so this video is going to be about, well, first we have Robots in Disguise Windblade, the Hasbro edition. That's what the review is on. And it's also going to be a little bit about the contest. So congratulations to me. I hit 250 last week. And when I did, I went to the subscribers list and I wrote down the last 3 subscribers that were on there. Those were the ones. Anyone below that is eligible for the contest. Anyone that gets past that. So I suggest you don't unsubscribe and then resubscribe or anything like that. Or, you know, used to subscribe, subscribed again. You know, once you pass that date, or once you pass that name, you won't be eligible for the contest. Okay, so first and foremost, let's get that out of the way. So the first thing I want you to do is, I want you to go down in the comment section below in this video, and I want you to write, 1, why you want the toys. And then 2, I want you to write when you found out about it, how long ago, whether you left a comment in the comment section below of that video and whatnot. And 3, what you've done about it, like what I just said. If you left a comment in the first video, if you did something with Twitter, if you did something with Facebook, I want you to write all that down. And that's it. So once again, 1, you're going to tell me why you want the figures. And 2, you're going to tell me when you found out about the contest. And 3, you're going to tell me what you've done to try to win the contest. Alright, so that's the last part of the rules for the contest, and then we will pick the winner. Alright, so let's get to the video. So this is Windblade, really cool figure. Look at her from all angles. A little bit obtrusive with the sheath there, but not bad. So cool. So very cool figure. Good posability. It's got a sheath here. This is got a couple accessories. This is the first one. I like her ankle support. That's really cool. So the sheath is just black plastic, and we have a nice sword in sheath with a couple tabs to peg into her where the mold piece is, basically, where it allows the swivel. Allows it to breathe, I believe, in the mold. And then it comes out and it's a sword. Really cool, nice hard plastic, not bendy stuff. I mean, it's got a little flex, so it won't snap, but cool. And she can hold it, and you just put it in her hand, and then you twist. You kind of go like this, and then you twist, and then she holds it pretty securely. Another good thing about this figure is she has stiff joints. You don't see anything flopping around, right? So that's good. And all of her joints are like that. So that's a really big plus for me to get figures with stiff joints. So yeah, so what you do is you just take these tabs right here, and you can tab it with this part facing up, and that's an easy way to get her to be able to cross her arm over and reach for the sword. So let's see, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It goes this way. Get in there. I'm running out of room because of the lights in the way. There we go. And then you can get her to cross her arm over and reach for the sword. Like, well, you can. I'll show you in a minute. It's just, yeah. All right. So we'll show you that in a little bit. But let's just take a look at the figure. Really cool figure. I like her. She's got opposable wings. They move back. They will go far as the arms will allow, and then they will move back about that far. She does have a little bit of a backpack, but it's lightweight. It doesn't really hinder the figure at all. She has posable ankles that really help for the support and stuff. And she's got the basic good posability of nowadays. So, alright. Paint. She's got some nice maroon paint on her legs. Full painted legs with some blue, kind of like a sky metallic blue for her kneecaps. It's got 2 different color plastics, and a lot of people complain about things like that, but one of the reasons they do that is for the tolerances and the strengths of certain plastics, and certain plastics won't adhere paint more than others. She's got a nice painted silver abdomen, some more of that blue. Her face is painted okay. It's not completely accurate, but with a few more details it could be. Looks good regardless, I think. And overall, pretty good figure. She's got good posability, so she can look up really good. Nice flight poses. If you tilt her head a little bit to the side, she can look down. Takes a little bit, not too much down, but she does have a little bit of that. A little bit of rocking back and forth, a little bit of pivot there, and she'll also swivel, of course, and go 360. She's got a cut right here at the top of her shoulder, so she can go up like 90 degrees angle, and she can also bring her arm in really close, so that's good. And it'll also swivel on that ball joint, you know, go 360 if the wing would allow it. She's got an upper bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. She has a waist swivel. Her legs are good posable. Kick 90 up. Get this out of the way. She'll kick all the way back. She can do a split some of the way. About 45 degrees each way. Would be nicer if they would do better. Get a thigh rotation. This is what the single, it's a double jointed knee. But the actual knee, if you don't want to break up the scope, will go back that far, and then you can get it to go back about that far using that double hinge. Her ankles will go back that far, so you can get her to do some cool poses like that, and it'll also go forward, so you can get her to rock out over down like this. So perfect for ankle movement, you know what I mean? So you can get her to do things like this. And with her head looking up, she's looking pretty fly. Alright. Just to show you. There you go. So great ankle posability there. I believe that covers her articulation. One more accessory. This comes separate in the box. Is if you turn this around, well, we can unpeg it. It just fell off, obviously. But if you turn her head around, she's got a tab slot in the back of her head, and she's got a tab on the back of her fan kind of hairband thing. See, like that. It doesn't fall out that easy. It's because I have all these lights around me, and they're getting in my way. But she can also hold it. It's got a little bit of a peg kind of thing for 5mm holds. Yeah, the lights really are in my way today. There. So she can look like she's about to throw it, or whatever. So looks really cool, and it will stay in. It stays in no problem. Just when you're futzing with it, it can kind of get loose. So that's pretty much a wrap right there. For transformation, first you want to do is you just want to line her up here to kind of stand like this. And the first thing you want to do is you want to use this is on a double hinge. You want to pull the hinge back and then swing this up. But we don't want to finish that part. So just going to leave it there and then leave that kind of swinging back. Pull the arms up, or the wings out of the way. And then we get her waist centered. And then you use these double hinges. Well, first we're going to want to do her ankles. So you swivel the ankles down to bring these nice tail wings up. What will be tail wings. And you use the hinge on her knees. Kind of like combine aurora, sort of. And you will just adjust her legs like this. God, the freaking lights are really in my way. Sorry about that. Alright, so you just want to flip that up like this. And flip that up like this. What's going on here? Oh, it's this is in the way, I guess. There. Like that. And then there's a tab in a slot. And you slot those together like this. After that, there's a couple tabs. Oh, you want to do a 180 with the waist. And then there's a couple notches right here. And there's a couple tabs and a couple notches inside the knee pads. And you just line everything up and tab it together like so. So that looks good. Next, you want to take this tail wing and move it back. It'll secure itself right there and peg that into place. So we have the back done. Alright, next you want to line the arms up. There's a couple of slots that go into the sides of her hips, and you want to just use the thighs, or the bicep swell a little bit so it lines it up nicely. Hold on, we want this to be more even. And then just slot those in like this and like so. And then last but not least, you want to slot these two tabs coming down here and then to the top of her arms, the cuts there that create the posability, and then there's a couple of notches right there and there that these will tab onto nicely. Lastly, you can pull down some landing gear if you'd like. And that is her, that is her jet mode. Really cool jet mode. Definitely dig it. She has some VTOL turbine engines there that will spin around. I believe it would go like this if she needed more. And then to hover. So, pretty cool. I think these would go on the bottom though, right? Like this. To go fly up. Yeah. And, yeah, so she doesn't roll or anything. This is not a rolling wheel, but she definitely stands up there pretty nicely. And unfortunately, I do not know where you would tab this in. If there's something, one thing you can do is when this is not attached, and you put this back in, there is a slot right here. I believe that will peg in better than I'm doing it, but so you can get kind of something stupid like that. But I personally wouldn't want to do that. Not too much paint. I could use a little bit of at least some detail, some line work or something up here. But not bad. Fun figure, you know, it's for the cartoon, so. And then just transform her back. All you would want to do is you want to go up behind here, lift this up, pull this back on the double hinge. Just a small double hinge like that. And then you remove these from the tabs. Next you go up here, you slot this part up, pull it up out of the way, and then you would take this on both of these. You can do it all in one shot and pull them down on the hinge, attaching them back like this. Revert the waist back around, open this up, and then slide her feet back into position. And then you got her back. And then what you do with this is you have it up like that. There's a little bit of a, like a notch and a bridge, and they kind of overlap each other nicely and stay flush on her back. And that was her wing. That is a first. Hold on a second. Alright, and as promised, this is her getting ready to pull her sword out of her sheath. As you can see, she's holding on to it, and it's a little bit tricky to get it. I believe you have to have the peg sticking up to do that. And you can also do it the other way. You have to angle her legs right so that the sheath isn't in the way of anything. But it can be done. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to leave those comments in the comment section below about the contest. And, you know, good luck. Catch you later. That's a wrap.